Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we're going to be making pineapple jam. I don't know about you, I love pineapples. And this is a perfect jam for like giving to people for gifts, like at Christmas, their birthdays, etc. Or of course, just you eating it. It's great on ham and it's great on biscuits. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click the button down below. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Well, let's go ahead and get started. For this recipe, we are going to be using a candy thermometer. So you definitely need one of those. You don't really need a stock pot for this recipe. We are using a pot, but it has to be low enough so that your candy thermometer can fit into it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn the camera around to show you what we need to do. First thing, we need to go ahead and cut off the top like I did right here. And then I went ahead and cut off the bottom as well. Again, it's up to you how you're going to cut your pineapple. Some people actually have something where they can, core the pineapple like a special tool. I do not. I just use a good knife. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut down and cut this off on the sides to get my pineapple. This is what I'm kind of talking about. I'll finish cutting all the way around. We of course have to cut off these as well, which is where the seed is. So we got to do that all the way down. We are actually cutting on about a 5-pound pineapple. We should get about a quart of pineapple or close to it, and that is what we need for this recipe. I'll continue cutting off the rest of the pineapple. This is what I do after I cut off most of the seed part. I just cut straight down the pineapple and then cut it into chunks. And I've got my chunks over here. I'm trying to, again, measure to get 1 quart of pineapple. I actually got 1 quart out of that pineapple. Now we're going to go ahead and put this in our pan. And now we need to go ahead and cut half a lemon, and we are going to make it into thin slices. Make sure to remove the seed. So this is the lemon I'm going to be using, and we're going to be putting that in our pot now. And now we need to add in 1 cup of water. I put in 2.5 cups of granulated cane sugar. See what I was talking about, having like a little bit of a smaller pot because you've got the candy thermometer. It needs to be in the jam that we're doing, but not on the bottom of the stove, where it's actually on the bottom of the pan. You don't want that. So I have my heat about medium. I'm slowly going to dissolve the sugar, and then we are going to slowly try to boil it to gelling point, which is 220 degrees Fahrenheit. It will take a little bit. It usually takes me about 30 minutes. Again, it depends on your stove. And again, we need to be stirring occasionally so we don't burn it. I've turned up the heat to about medium-high heat, and I'm stirring occasionally. It looks like most of the sugar has been dissolved. Again, it needs to boil all over so we can get to the gelling point. It's up at 190 right now. Again, we need to go to 220, and don't forget to stir frequently to prevent sticking. It's at 210 degrees and we're getting closer. It's now up to 215 degrees. Again, we only now have 5 more degrees to get to the 220, and then it will be done. I wish you could see it. It is at, right now, 220 degrees. So now we need to go ahead and turn it off and move it off the burner. There you can see it. It's at 220 degrees. We're now going to go ahead and wash our jars so we can get ready to put our jam in there and water bath them. I just wanted to show you up close the jam. It's beautiful looking. And it's definitely, harder to stir than it was before. Like I said, it is gelled 220 degrees was the gelling point. Now we're going to go ahead and water bath our jars for 15 minutes. Make sure after filling your jars that you use like a wet cloth, paper towel, something, and wipe all the way around the rim of the jar and the top. That way we can make sure that it's going to seal, because again, you know, looks like I spilled some jam right there, and if I just put on the lid, it wouldn't seal. So we'll go ahead and start to do that, and then we'll water bath them. Well, the pineapple jam is all done. As you can see, it looks really pretty. Now this should keep on your pantry or, you know, your storage area, as long as you keep it in a cool, dark place. It should keep up to a year. Doesn't have to be actually dark, but definitely cool, not warm. These are great. The pineapple jam is, like I said, again, great for gifts, like for the Christmas time. Someone special in your life, if you have a birthday, anniversary, etc., or you can eat it yourself. I ended up getting the recipe from the Blue Book by Ball, and I will have the recipe down in the description. Well, thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.